Doesn't look like they'll be in it, so it's going to be a top 8 of 16 starters. Top 8 of 16 starters, just as it was in Heat 1. We have Zach Kowalczyk, Portland, Oregon, Brian's House of Paint, Cody Stevenson, Bayfield. They'll start on the gun. This is their neutral lap. And neutral means together, not slow. No gun, a gap in the field. The group needs to be together, so get it together, guys, and you can start your racing. That would be the gun to start the race, and number 6. Steven Bedford of Beaverton, Oregon starts an early breakaway. Breakaways are what made the decider in the last heat. It's like Jackie Symes found the breakaway idea interesting, and Kowalczyk wakes up as well. 39 laps to go. So right now it's Bedford, Symes, Kowalczyk, Luttrell, and Healy, all recognizing the danger. So 5 qualifying spots moving up the road as Bedford comes across the line at 32 miles an hour. So 5 up the road as Colin Berry, Bike Religion, pushes the pace in the pole and hands over the pace-making duties to another rider. 37 laps to go. Now Symes at the front. They're 30 miles an hour. Bedford still by himself, Kowalczyk closing it ever so slightly with Luttrell, Healy and Symes. So still a gap, not quite a quarter of a lap as somebody's doing a big turn to work with 9K to go. That's number 54. Number 54, Stephen Pelez. Pelez doing a lot of work to bring it all back together. And it's back to Stayer Racing with 35 laps to go. Go, Eric! Luttrell on the pole and everyone else watching him. A few people stretching their legs. Coming back to join him. Coming up on 34 laps to go. 34 laps to go. Luttrell off the front. Perry Miller, bringing the field back. Coming up on 33 laps to go. 33 laps to go of the 40 that they started off with. 10-kilometer scratch race qualifying. The top 8 riders of the 16 starters will qualify for the final later this morning. Coming through the turn 6 wide. They're approaching the 8K to go mark. 8K to go. $8K to go, and a soft tempo being driven by Ryan Luttrell in the pole. Now taken over by Colin Berry of Bike Religion out of Huntington Beach, California. About a quarter of the race finished. 31 laps to go. A little bit more than a quarter of the race finished. More than 1/5 of the race finished with 31 laps to go. Kowalczyk setting the pace in the pole with 30 laps to go. Slowly brings it all together. Down the pole. Kowalczyk racing across the line. Thomas Wood of Los Angeles, California. Ridden by Glendron team. And there's Colin Berry and Jackie Symes. And Steve Pelez. 28 laps to go, 7 kilometers remaining, 3 completed as they cross the line at 27 miles an hour. 7K to go, 7K to go, 3K completed. In this heat we have Eric Young, who's the collegiate match sprint champion. Might want to let it come down to a field sprint, but somebody like that in the field. All riders above the stairs line with 26 laps to go, 26 laps to go. 56, Tomlinson starts to rush in the hole, now snapping the field. It's a breakaway group of 4. Tomlinson, Zabka, Healy, Peterson, and Tomlinson. And Velez does a big pull to get himself up there. 34 is also looking to get up there. That's Derek Berta out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, that go for Wheeling. Gaps appearing all over the place as they're now lined out in the pole, coming up on the 6K to go. 6K to go, 24 laps remaining. 6K to go, and it's a breakaway group of 5. Breakaway group of 5. Breakaway group of 5 just off the front of the field, and Signs driving it hard in the field and brings it together. So the field's all back together with 23 laps to go. 23 laps to go. Attack neutralized. They cross the line at 32 miles an hour. So it's attack and counterattack. Approaching the halfway point of today's qualifying heat, and Kowalczyk back down in the pole. Kowalczyk back down in the pole. 22 laps to go. 22 laps to go, and Kowalczyk off the front ever so slightly at 31 miles an hour. Kowalczyk pulls up, and Bedford was at the front. 21 laps to go. 21 laps to go. It'll be 5K remaining in the halfway point of the qualifying heat. The next time we come around, 56 trucks out, and it's John Tomlinson. John Tomlinson on a breakaway. John Tomlinson on a breakaway. And the pack sitting out coming through the turn 5 wide. Everybody watching Tomlinson right away. John Tomlinson of Chicago, Illinois for Triple X Racing coming up on the halfway point. 5K to go. 5K to go for Tomlinson and down the field. And down the field is Luttrell down in the pole. Soft tempo from Luttrell. And 53 pulls out 2. That's David Moyer. Still nothing concerted as Tomlinson with a solid half lap now. 19 laps to go. Tomlinson with a solid half lap. 19 laps to go. 8 to qualify out of the 16 starters. Field sees 19 to go, and barely sees Tomlinson as they hit the pursuit line. And he crosses on the opposite side of the track, and he comes around to see 18 to go. 18 to go for Tomlinson. Tomlinson with Triple X Racing out of Chicago, Illinois. Tomlinson with a good 2/3 of a lap, really closing it down. Field disorganized, coming through the turn 4 wide above the stairs line with 18 laps to go, and as Barry Miller comes down to the pole, number 6, Stephen Bedford of Beaverton, Oregon, out of the Alcatraz Velodrome, trying to make a go of it. A breakaway group of 2 being chased by number 20. Not number 20, I'll find out who that is in just a second. Way to go, Eric! That's 28. Eric Young, the collegiate match sprint national champion, has joined that bridging grouping. Tomlinson still with a half lap on the field, but we got a bridging group of 3 that's coming up with 4K to go. 4K to go, 16 laps remaining in the race. 4K to go, 16 laps remaining in the race. As Healy pushes the pace in the field. 41 Elliott Logan shakes his head. Tomlinson coming through to see 15 to go. Lead eroding ever so slightly. Bridging group still right there. Come on, go! Barry Miller, Stephen Bedford, and Tomlinson joins that group, so now it's a breakaway group of 4. Breakaway group of 4 with Tomlinson, Bedford, Barry Miller. Come on, John, go! And Eric Young. 14 laps to go. Coming up on 13 laps to go. It'll be 3K next time. They're setting 13 laps to go. Breakaway group of 4 ever so slowly over the front of the field with Colin Berry doing the pacemaking duties. Luttrell takes over just a few tens of meters. Miller drops back. Breakaway group of 3 still with the gap over the field. Comes through to see 3K to go, 12 laps remaining. 3K to go, 12 laps remaining. Tomlinson. Young. And Bedford still dangling off the front ever so slightly as Kowalczyk's pushing the pace of the pole. They're going to come around and see 11 laps to go. Just a few tenths of meters. And the breakaway group of 3 sits up 3 wide, and Bedford hits it again. Bedford hits it again. Young, 28, right there with him. And Symes gets it going. Spinning himself out in the front of the field. So we've got 4, 5, 6 qualified positions going up the road. Only 2 to come from the field. Healy up and over and joins that group of 5 in the front. So it's Symes, Luttrell, Healy, Bedford, and Young at the front with 6 Tomlinson also trying to get in there. Tomlinson now back in the field. So it's 2, 3 in the field. 8 laps, 2 kilometers remaining, down to the final 2K, 8 laps to go, final 2K, 8 laps to go, and a little bit of a break in front of Zach Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk now closes it, and it's group back together. Group back together with 7 laps to go when they hit the home stretch, 7 laps to go when they hit the home stretch. The whole field is going to come down to a field sprint if it keeps on playing out like this, 7 laps to go. This one's playing out rather differently than the last one, and at this point there is a solid leader with breakaway group of 5. Thomas Wood brings them back down to the pole. They're going to have a little less than a mile to go with 6 laps remaining. 6 laps remaining with Thomas Wood at the front, Kowalczyk, Luttrell. And Boyer, recognizing it, Bedford, Pelez, and Berry, Colin Berry. They widen up with 5 to go, 5 to go. Bedford off the front, Stephen Bedford from Beaverton, Oregon. Off the front again several times today. Maybe it'll stick this time as they come through the turn 5 wide, letting Bedford roll away. Beaverton, Oregon, Alpharose Velodrome. He's going to see 1K to go, 1K to go. He's only got 1/10 of the race distance remaining. He's got about a good third of the lap, trying to build it up to a half. Everybody else still up above the stairs line, waiting for the field sprint. 7 to come from the field, 1 up the road. 7 to come from the field, 1 up the road with less than a kilometer remaining. Bedford with a solid half lap. Coming into 3 to go, 750 meters remaining. 750 meters remaining as Bedford continues to maintain a solid half lap over the field that's coming through 6 wide. 3 laps, 750 meters to go for the field. 2 laps to go for Bedford. Bedford building his lead as Luttrell brings him down to the pole. Still a soft tempo from the field. Coming up on 2 laps to go for the field. 7 positions to come from the field, and Bedford can stay away. Bedford comes down the next time. Bedford as he comes around the turn will hear the bell with 1 lap to go. And Colin Berry comes to the front of the field, and it's Bedford going into the final lap first. Colin Berry leading it out. Luttrell, Pelez, Archer, Jackie Symes, Barry Miller there. And it's going fast, and Symes is all by himself off the front, and the field's really charging hard, and it's Bedford. Bedford coming across the lines of Bedford, Symes, Barry Miller, Pelez, and Luttrell at least, and I'll get the